There are some new stadiums coming to the NBA, and some of these arenas are actually insane. And we even found some new information about a stadium being built that might actually confirm a brand new team coming to the NBA. But before we look at that, let's take a look at the 3 new stadiums coming to the NBA. To start off, we have the Los Angeles Clippers, who are getting an awesome new arena built, and I think it's going to put everybody else's to shame. The Intuit Dome is going to be their new home in the 2024 to 2025 season, and it's been reported that the price tag is just outrageous, coming in somewhere between 1.2 and $2 billion. Now, previously, the Crypto.com Arena held the LA Lakers and the LA Clippers both in one arena, but now they're going to get their own home. This new arena has a capacity of 18,000 people. It has a 71,000 square foot practice facility, and the craziest thing about it is a hotel for 150 people to stay in. But the best part, according to the Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, is how many toilets there are inside the dome.
Toilets! 1,160 toilets and urinals! 3 times the NBA average number of toilets and urinals. We do not want people waiting in line. We want them to get back to their seats.
Now, Steve Ballmer is one of the few NBA owners who actually listens and actually cares about the fans who support his team. And he's clearly passionate about his team, as you can see him courtside cheering on for the Clippers. And on the Paul George podcast, he was saying that they were putting in the same investment in the person in the upper bowl as much as they do way down at the bottom.
Best seats, most leg room, most headroom, easiest to see. Couple tricky things. We're actually going to put some chips and lights into the seat, little joystick, almost controller, to just do a little juice with the fans from now time to time.
He also said that they're going to power every single seat in the stadium so that you can charge your phone if you need to during the game. And because of the technology in their seats, they're going to know whether you are standing up or sitting down, and if you are cheering and how many decibels you're putting out. I think this is going to make a really cool interactive experience because they can actually tell how many people are up on their feet. So if they put a sign up on the screen saying, everybody get up on your feet, they could actually show you how many people are still sitting down and put up a percentage that maybe moves as more people start to stand up and cheer. Now, they really are going all out with the stadium, and I'm excited to see all that they put into it, even all the little details like the toilets. Now, Ballmer just confirmed that the Intuit's Dome scoreboard will be 44,000 square feet. Now, keep in mind that the average NBA arena only has a 9,000 square foot scoreboard. So yeah, this is going to be absolutely massive and probably overkill. At number 2, we have the Philadelphia 76ers, and they haven't started making this new arena yet, but they just came out with some mock-ups that actually look super cool. This arena is going to be called the 76 Place, and it is a $1.3 billion arena. Now, just looking at this, it looks super futuristic, but also maintains kind of that cozy wooden classic vintage tones to it as well. The chairman of the 76 Dev Corp, David Edelman, said that they are trying to build the best arena in the world. One of the things that they added onto the stadium very recently is they decided to add in this high skyscraper that is an apartment building on top of the actual stadium. I don't know about you, but I kind of want to stay in this thing. They mentioned that this is going to contain about 395 units, and 20% of them would be designated as affordable housing. Sadly, we aren't going to see this arena for years, not till the 2031-2032 NBA season, but honestly, I cannot wait for this one because from these 3D renderings, it looks amazing. Although, I don't think it's going to have as many toilets as the Intuit Dome. At number 3, we have OKC, and the Thunder are one of the brightest young teams in the league, so it's only right that they just confirmed a new stadium in the works for 2029. Their current arena's lease ends in 2026, which led to the $1 billion plan of a new arena downtown. Oklahoma City has come out and said that they plan to publicly fund this new arena, and it would be placed in downtown Oklahoma City, and they are hoping to not raise taxes while raising the money for this arena. Now, the whole project is going to cost, as they say, at least $900 million. And this arena will secure the Thunder's future in OKC beyond 2050 with a 25-year lease, with it opening up by the 2029 to 2030 season. One of the reasons OKC needs a new stadium is because right now they have the current Paycom Center, which is actually the NBA's smallest arena in terms of square footage. So having a new arena is going to allow the team to expand, have more space, and hopefully have more seats for people to watch the games. And there's two brand new teams that are most likely coming to the NBA very soon, and that's Seattle and Vegas. And we're going to cover both of those teams and the stadiums that they would actually use and are building right now. Now let's start with Seattle, but first I got to tell you this crazy story that involves Washington State. You see, a few years back I was visiting family in Washington, and after that trip I was driving back to LA where I used to live at the time, and it was raining pretty hard, and we ended up getting smacked on the highway. We spun around a few times and we pulled off to the side of the highway, and honestly, it was frightening. Now, I knew I needed to hire a lawyer, but we had to wait till we got back into LA, and then we had to drive to this place and wait in LA traffic just to go meet a lawyer to see if they would even take us. And I just wish I knew about Morgan & Morgan back then, which is today's sponsor. With Morgan & Morgan, you can submit a claim without ever having to leave your couch. They make it so easy to do the entire process. In just 8 clicks or less, you can submit a claim to Morgan & Morgan and have a lawyer review your case. If you're ever injured in an accident, you can check out Morgan & Morgan without ever leaving your couch. And for more information, you can go to forthepeople.com or dial #law. That's #529 from your cell phone. Okay, back into the video. If there's one team that NBA fans want back desperately, it's the Seattle Supersonics. Guys like Gary Payton and Kevin Durant made this team a fan favorite, full of diehard fans, and honestly, the city of Seattle just deserves a team. If you didn't know, one of the main reasons that the Supersonics left Seattle was because they couldn't get a new arena, and their arena at the time was less than appropriate for an NBA franchise. Well, ever since 2021, their old arena has been completely renovated, and it's now beautiful and perfect for a new NBA team. Currently, both the NHL's Seattle Kraken and the WNBA's Seattle Storm play here, and there's no reason why it can't be used for the Supersonics too. They literally have one of the best fan bases in the NBA to this day, and they haven't been a team since 2007. As a fan of the NBA, I'm not going to stop fighting for a team to be in Seattle. All right, now let's talk about one of the most anticipated new teams coming to the NBA, hopefully any year now, and that is Las Vegas. Right now, there are a couple stadium scenarios that could make this Vegas NBA team a reality. Option number one is they just join forces with the T-Mobile Arena, which is home to the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights. Option number two is they actually just place their team into this brand new stadium that is getting built inside of Las Vegas right now for $10 billion. This is probably going to be one of the best arenas in the entire United States, and this would be a perfect home for the Las Vegas NBA team. And option number three is they could actually play inside of the Sphere. So let's break down all of these options. Now, first of all, the T-Mobile Arena just makes a lot of sense for an NBA team to actually play here. First of all, you have the seating capacity of 18,000 people, which is perfect for an NBA game. It's also a relatively new venue that started in 2016, so it has all the modern amenities and facilities for the players and the fans. And this shared arena model for the hockey team and the NBA team happens a lot. A lot of NHL and NBA teams actually share the same arena. Adam Silver himself said that Vegas would be a great location, and everyone knows LeBron James is very open about wanting to actually own a team in Las Vegas.
What's your thought of the atmosphere when you come out to Las Vegas and just, how the fans respond to you out here?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's the best fan base in the world, and I would love to bring a team here at some point. that would be amazing.
And the owner of the Golden Knights hockey team said that the NBA is coming to Las Vegas. I mean, that's what he says, and he thinks that it's smart for them to actually share a stadium together. Now, option number 2 is for Las Vegas to actually build their own arena, which right now they are starting to do. Now, they're not doing this specifically for an NBA team, but this would work perfect for an NBA team. Right now, they're building a $10 billion new facility that is going to have 20,000 seats, and it's even going to have a casino and a resort attached to the arena. And they're going to do all of this without using any public money, which basically just means that this arena is going to get built. Now, the ideas for it are constantly growing, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it costs even more than it does right now. And the reason it costs so much is because this is going to be a 66-acre area, which, like I said, has the 20,000 seat arena, but then a 2,000 guest hotel, a casino, and even a theater. And they've been open about this arena being positioned to attract an NBA expansion team. Now, the third option for this team is to actually play inside of the Sphere. Now, they just built this thing, and you've probably seen it on social media, but this actually has 17,600 seating capacity. But with standing room, the capacity is up to 20,000 people. Now, just imagine for a second how sick it would be for an NBA team to be playing inside of the Sphere, and on the outside, they could actually project the live game to all of Las Vegas. The Sphere has already kind of worked with the NBA by promoting the NBA's Summer League and the upcoming in-season tournament. But it turns out the Sphere isn't actually designed for traditional team sports like basketball. The design of this building truly is for a visual and audio experience and not as much for sports, even though the president of the Sphere did say that it could host boxing, wrestling, or mixed martial arts matches, as well as possibly esports tournaments. Because of the shape of the actual structure, the widest point of this building is 516 feet. And so the way it's built is truly like a concert. Instead of having your NBA court in the middle with seats all around it, you basically have seats all pointing towards a stage, and the seats cover maybe 2/3 of the way around this stage. Which means that you technically could have an NBA team play in here, but they would be playing on something like a stage, and you wouldn't be fully surrounded them 360. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more NBA content. We'll see you guys in the next video.